All right, so today we're going to be repotting this Plumeria. This is one of my seed-grown Plumerias. I usually just wait for the roots to start coming out the bottom of the pot. That's when I repot, but I waited a little bit longer than I probably should to repot this one. So we're going to go ahead and get this done before it gets too late in the fall. I like to do these during the growing season, and clearly here in Houston, we're still growing. I mean, this is 4 or 5 feet tall. So we'll also be doing some trimming because it's getting later in the year, and that's when we're going to do our trimming. So obviously, I'm not going to just pop this pot right off. So I got my Felco knife, and we're just going to go through and we're going to cut this pot out. Cut it out of the pot. Be careful. These are seed grown. These are only 2 or 3 years old. So I mean, I take care of my. You really good care about Plumerias though. There we go. Sorry. See, lost a little chunk, but be fine. See, look at that. These are 2 or 3 year old seed grown Plumerias. Let's throw that in the pot. All right. So I went ahead and I mixed up some soil. This is Landscaper's Pride, Gardener's Magic. It's an economical mix. It's not super expensive. And I also went ahead and I sprinkle a little bit of a Genesis transplant mix. Whenever I do this, I just sprinkle a little bit into my soil. And then I mix it up. Mix it up so that when I transplant, I get a little bit in all of the soil. So I already did that part previously. Now I went ahead and I filled up this 15-gallon pot. These are reused pots. I always keep my pots when I buy trees or whatever. Also, I have a friend, Jorge, who hooks me up with 15-gallon pots as well. So we got our root ball. I know people are going to comment on this, so I'll go ahead and do it, even though I don't usually do it. People's big thing, oh, you don't disturb the roots. So it's like, okay, well, there you go. I sliced the roots for you. That's always one of the comments I get is, you never disturb the roots. Like, they're plenty disturbed. So I got the pot about halfway full, right? And it's got the transplant mix already mixed in. And we're going to go ahead and just set it down in here into the pot. And this is one of my favorite garden tools right here. This is a crawfish scoop that I picked up from Academy. And it's so great when I'm repotting or replanting. So it's just a giant scoop. And as we're doing this, we're going to get it packed in nice and tight. And Plumerias are very, very resilient. They can handle some stress. After this, we'll put this in the shade where it can kind of recover. And plus that transplant mix, which I highly encourage using every time you transplant something. That's what I do. It really helps with the stress of the transplant. And it's going to help develop those roots. All right. Pack this in. And also, while I'm doing this, I'm going to go ahead and feed it so it's got some food. I know what you're thinking. It's getting towards the fall. Should you be fertilizing your plants still? Here in Houston, we won't get our first freeze until June. So our Plumerias are going to be blooming like sometimes all the way into Christmas, you know? So I keep my stuff fed, and I feed them Nelson Plant Food Plumeria food. This is great stuff. It's a 535, so a lot of phosphorus, and you're only giving it a little bit at a time. I'm feeding it the 1st and the 15th every 2 weeks. I'm giving it a sprinkle to keep it fed. There's a link for all this in my bio. You can go get this stuff on the Nelson Plant Food website. Great stuff though. Okay, and so we'll water this in, but now since this is so tall and lanky and we have Figtoberfest coming up, we're gonna be doing a plant swap. I want to get some cuttings to hold on to and sell or give away at the event. So you see where I've cut it in the past, right? Every time you make a cut on Plumerias, they're going to branch off. So this was getting tall and lanky, and I made a cut, and you can see all those nodes where there was originally leaves. That's where it's branching off from. So it branched off, boom, boom, boom. Typically, it's going to branch off in 3 spots. So every time you prune it, you're going to get branching. And so what we're going to do here is probably go up, I would say 6 to 8 inches, maybe a foot. And I'm going to use my saw. I sat it down. My camera lady said she was looking right into the sun. So I definitely want to give her a break. So we're going to go about 6, 8, inches. You want to have plenty of nodes where it's going to branch off. And I'm using my saw. A lot of people didn't like my video where I used my saw to prune my adenium, but the saw is the best way to do this. And the reason for that is whenever you use pruners, you're squeezing. On this, we're just not even going to like put any force. We're going to let the blade do the work. So we're not stressing out the cutting too much. So I'm just going to pull. I'm not going to press at all. I'm just going to pull just like that. Set off the side. And it's getting into fall, so if you're going to be doing any pruning to make your Plumerias fit in the garage or in the greenhouse, this is the time to do it. Like I said, we're just going to pull. We're not putting any pressure on this. We're just allowing the saw to do the work for you. It seems barbaric, it seems rough, but like I'm telling you, the saw is the best way to do it. So just like that, this tree is good to go. We're going to leave a little sucker coming out of the bottom. That's kind of cool. They don't do that very often for me. And I'm going to take some cinnamon. I'll take some cinnamon and I'm just going to sprinkle around the top. And this is just normal ground cinnamon from Kroger or Walmart or whatever. I sprinkle it on the top of those scabs to help it heal faster. It's going to scab it over and help it heal up. So I'm going to take this and we're going to water it in. And we're going to put that in under the shade house and let it recover. Our cuttings. We'll take our cuttings right here. I'm going to take all the leaves off. We're just going to defoliate these cuttings completely. Just like that. And just like how we use the cinnamon, you can use cinnamon for this, or you, like what I like to do is I use the rooting hormone. I'll take some rooting hormone like this, and I'll just dip it. I'll dip it in, it kind of seals it up. It'll stop it from weeping everywhere because these are in the dog bane family. They have latex, so they will drip everywhere. So this kind of helps like seal the wound, and it actually will initiate some rooting. We're going to take these cuttings, and I'm going to put them on a, let's see. I'm going to take a tray. I always keep my cardboard flats. I'm going to take them. I'm going to set them like this. I've got fans going in my garage to circulate air in there because I have other plants growing as well. We're going to take them. We're going to put them in a shady spot and let them scab over and heal up for a week.